Humming. Marcus Conte reporting live from my private cactus in Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada. Good morning. Wait for some people to come in before we begin. I'm sitting here in the lonely city of Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, with the got the Las Vegas Strip in the background. How you doing, man? Let me know if you're here. Feeling a little lonely in Texas. I mean Nevada. I don't even know where I am. Feeling a little jet lag too. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Gonna talk about the debate. We did it live yesterday. We were doing it live at the Tacotarian with the Hippie Dippies. Let me know if you're around. Let me know if you're alive. I think we're getting heavily shadow banned now. Heavy shadow banning going on YouTube. They're just shutting us down, man. You can't even search my name anymore. Shit is crazy. Mark Scotty reporting. Hey, small picture. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Christine. Good morning. Afternoon. Let's wait for some people to get here. Yeah, so YouTube is having a problem. I was actually sad this morning. I tried to, I used one of the hotel kiosks to try to search my name. And it comes up, the only video that came up was, this was my last video. I did a joke video like a year ago. And this shit is the only one that comes up. Like all the live videos that we're doing right now don't even come up in the search. If you don't know anything but my name, you won't find it, which is a little disappointing, actually. But nonetheless, I'm going to get started in a second. So I wanted Julian Assange, Edward Fitzgerald, for WikiLeaks, the lawyer for WikiLeaks, said Assange was offered a U.S. pardon for denying Russian hacking. So Julian Assange is currently in extradition court, waiting. Good morning, Quantum Perry. Good morning. I'm getting notifications on your live streams. Good. I'll answer the questions in a second. Let me just get this out. So the lawyer for WikiLeaks said that Julian Assange was offered a pardon, allegedly in 2017. A California congresswoman, her name is Dana Rarabra, visited Assange at the Ecuadorian embassy and made the offer, claiming that she didn't do it on behalf of Trump. She did it on behalf of herself. So what it's saying is that, and basically Trump's press secretary, Stephanie Grissom, said that is a total lie, a total hoax. Right? That Julian Assange was made that offer. You want to see the cactus behind me? Check this shit out. You're not going to believe it, right? It looks like a real cactus, right? It's fucking iron, man. It's a steel cactus. It's a steel cactus. Good morning. Good morning. So yeah, did Trump, that's the mystery now. Did Trump send somebody over there to make an offer for Julian Assange to spill the beans on Russia, and say that Russia had nothing to do with it? That Russia had nothing to do with it. That was Trump's best interest. To say, for Assange to go public and say, Russia had nothing to do with it. We'll find out. So, I want to talk about the debate, but I want to talk about this article that I just found in a local paper here. And I think you'll find it fascinating. It's saying, where are we? Oh, here we go. So, almost 75,000 people, according to the Las Vegas newspaper, almost 75,000 people voted in early Caucus voting. I gotta walk, man. I don't know where I am, but I'm walking. It's the Mandalay Bay. Mandalay Bay. Yeah, there are. I saw that comment. I'm just responding to comments if people don't know what the hell I'm saying. Somebody just said, you see a lot of homeless. Yeah, you do. I saw like right where I'm staying, I saw like all these hookers walking by 6 o'clock in the morning counting their money. Yeah, there's a lot of homeless people around here. It's no doubt. It's definitely a big population. I don't know where they live, but it's for sure, man. It's, wherever there's great prosperity, people throwing their money at a crap table, there's always poverty close by, So what I'm trying to say in this article is that nearly 75,000 Democrats participated in early voting in Nevada. Now, that way exceeds. That's a sign of mass turnout for voting. But it gets more interesting. This total will be added to the turnout from the traditional caucus on Saturday to determine support for the 7 presidential candidates on the Nevada ballot. Democrats won't commit to releasing unofficial results of Saturday caucus on the day of the vote, as they are emphasizing accuracy over speed in the aftermath of the chaos surrounding Iowa. Bernie Sanders has a 19-point lead in this state right now. He's blowing the numbers out right now, blowing them out. So, just like I'm being shadow banned, you talk about Bernie Sanders, you're shadow banned. You talk about corruption in politics, shadow ban. They're shadow banning him. The DNC is doing it. Right? Check this out. Democratic National Committee Chair Tom Perez said several factors, including early voting and potential high turnout, could affect the tabulation and timing of results. In addition, Nevada, like Iowa, will be reporting 3 sets of data from the multi-stage caucus process. Why is it so complicated? It's 3rd grade math. It's 3rd grade goddamn math. So, Perez said he doesn't know when the results will be released. You motherfucker. Tom Perez of the DNC, why is he in charge of counting the votes in Nevada? You see how they're sticking their hand in it? See how they're putting their finger on the scale? That's unbelievable that Tom Perez said that. He's the chair of the DNC. Right? Perez said he does not know when the results will be released. We're going to do our best to release the results as soon as possible. But our North Star, again, is accuracy. So in 2016, 84,000 votes were cast in Nevada one-day caucus. Early voting was added this year. Already 75,000 voted. So if another 75,000 come out and vote, and they also had 4 5-hour lines. But if another 75,000 come out, you're up to 150,000 people who voted. We knew that launching the first ever early voting, blah, 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 blah. The point is that, so the record voting for Democrats was 118,000 in 2008. And they're on schedule to eviscerate that number. So Bernie Sanders always says, if it's high voter turnout, we're going to win. Right? High voter turnout, we're going to win. This is very sad that we're being shadow banned. I don't know what happened, but it's happening. We only have 14 people, and I love that you're here, but it's just a little bit mind-blowing that we're here and we're doing this, and the shadow banning. In 2016, the idea, Facebook and Twitter and YouTube were essentially a runaway train for alt media to get the message out. That's how Bernie Sanders grew to stardom, and then they cheated him because of Facebook and the ability of people to rally together. But now it's been slowed down significantly, right? It's sad. We're living in censored times right now. It's censorship par excellence. Blue Man's here. I think that's the Excalibur Hotel over there. That's some kind of pyramid shit. I don't know what that is. I'm just walking down a lonely truck route right here. There's a couple of vape shops that sell that hallucinogenic vape. What's up? Oh, also I wanted to mention that aside from Julian Assange's... Did I finish that story? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. So Julian Assange is facing extradition as well. I'm sorry if this is a little jumbled, but his lawyer, we'll find out. The other thing I wanted to say before I go into the election stuff, is that Tessa Majors, the girl that got murdered in Morningside Park by 3 black youth super predators. There, I said it. They got the 3rd kid. So they got all 3 of them now. And I don't want to make a defense of Bloomberg last night with stop and frisk, but I do want to make the point that New York was a rough and rumble place in the 90s, the early 2000, 2005. It was a rough place. Even a little before that, it started to calm down after Giuliani. But the fact that they're pressing Bloomberg, trying to make him out to be a racist for stop and frisk, is not accurate. Stop and frisk was bad police policy. That's really what it was. It started out the right way. They said, okay, here's the crime. Let's intensify our efforts. Let's pressure point the crime. They did it with, drug spots. They cleaned up East Harlem. There used to be 4 or 5 square blocks of heroin and crack dealers. And Giuliani said, we don't have to live like this, and he stopped it. And if you were in those areas, you got thrown up against the wall and you got your pockets emptied. And they started to make arrests. And stop and frisk, although it did target certain areas, and those areas happened to be black people in the projects, it wasn't unwarranted, is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't entirely. I'm going to try to go. You got to be really careful around here. I love that you could see the mountains in the background in Las Vegas. It's totally surrounded by these beautiful red mountains. What's up, Steve? I can't see the comments. The comments don't stay up on the phone. But I see them flash. So anyway, let's talk about the election. Who was the winners and the losers? That's what you came here to hear, right? My opinion. I think I said it last night, and I think the Bernie Bros said it best. So we'll start out, I guess, with I think the worst performance was Pete Buttigieg. I think people realized, if you were really watching, that he was nothing but an empty suit, Mr. Platitude, Mr. We're going to get something very well. We're going to get something much better. He tried to paint Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden as the 2 extremes. One who wants to change nothing, and the other guy wants to change everything. And he tried to set himself up as being the guy in the middle. Kind of like, I almost said kind of like Obama, but that's not. Obama was the guy on the left. And that's why he won. And in the end of the day, he's just I think the other candidates are fed up with him. They realize that he's just a smooth talking. He's smooth. He's a smooth talking, politician trying to weasel his way in there. Weasel, rat. He's a little weasel. Buttigieg, young, charismatic, totally full of shit. I think that came through on the stage last night. Because he doesn't give policy for anybody. Amy Klobuchar, everything is, I did this and I did that, and then when I was doing that, I did this too, and the other thing. And you know what else I did? And I, me, I. That's all you hear is I, me. People don't vote like that. They don't care what you did. They care what you're going to do for them, Amy. So I think those were the 2 losers. I think Amy Klobuchar got attacked by Elizabeth Warren had an amazing night. Elizabeth Warren attacked Amy Klobuchar. I'm going to head back this way. I don't like where I'm going. Amy Klobuchar attacked... Elizabeth Warren attacked Amy Klobuchar on her healthcare policy. Warren said, your healthcare plan is 2 paragraphs on your website. You don't stand for anything. Right? And Amy Klobuchar got all ruffled. And she also, I think Pete Buttigieg jabbed her a couple of times. So she looked very defensive. She was very self-preserved. Me, I. Right? What's in it for me? She just wants to be the president. So as those two fall, Joe Biden, he gives that look like, he's got this look on his face like, can I talk? You know, like his brain isn't firing, right? There's something wrong with the guy. So I think as Joe Biden falls, that was the whole idea, man. That was the whole shit, man. Knocking Biden out, right? Wasn't Biden the big scare? Oh, Joe Biden, the big winner. Joe Biden, the most electable. He can't get anybody in the room, right? Which leaves Bloomberg, who had, I think I don't know. I mean, as a debut, was he the worst on this stage? I don't think he was the worst, and I'll tell you why. Because he stood out as being different. He didn't seem like a sleazy politician. He seemed like a tough kind of business guy. He was different, right? He had that air of, I'm a business guy, and I have $50 billion, and I ran one of the biggest cities in the world for 12 years, which he did. And he doesn't talk about his media enterprise. That's really where he made his money, where he employs, tens of thousands of people. Bloomberg is no joke. But he didn't have what it takes to stand on that stage. He didn't know how to flip the attack on somebody else. He was so busy defending himself that he forgot to attack the guy next to him. And that's how you do it. You don't just sit there and defend yourself, right? Because then you look like you're hiding something. You have to attack the attacker. And he just wasn't savvy enough at this point to do it. So I think the greatest gift, although it was cheating to get Bloomberg in there, I think Bloomberg woke up this morning and he was be careful what you wish for. He wanted to be in the debates, right? He paid all his money to be in the debate. And then he got in the debate and he got his ass handed to him. Right? Pretty much. So I think Bloomberg is, I think Elizabeth Warren essentially, ended his career, because a lot of people feel the opposite of what I just told you about stop and frisk. And they think, and he has a whole arsenal because he manages such a large corporation. He has a lot of women that have these disclosure harassment deals that will ultimately come out in the mix. And hey, listen, that's what the left is. They're all, feminists and anti-racists when they're actually racists themselves. And hey, look at this. It's a gun range. Maybe I'll come here and shoot some guns. Indoor range. Wow. Las Vegas gun range. Holy shit. I didn't see that when I came by. Look at that. Look at this, man. Open carry. It's got like bars on the door. It's pretty cool, right? See the guns? I don't want to get too close. I don't want to get shot. So, Michael Bloomberg had a horrible night. Great for everybody else. Pete Buttigieg got his ass handed to him by everybody. Bernie Sanders brought up that pitch. He's got 41 billionaires on the payroll. He's taking money from 41 billionaires, totally for sale. Right? So no Tom Steyer. So I think the big winner again was Bernie Sanders. Joe Biden was, inconsequential. He didn't change anything. I think the only one who may have, I think what will happen is Bloomberg will go down significantly. Klobuchar will stay the same or go down a little bit. I think Buttigieg at this point is probably in a free fall. And the only one who might get a bump, I think Bernie Sanders is on a steady upward trend. He's clearly the favorite. He was being attacked as the front runner, which is good, as long as you're talking about him. And I think the only one who probably will get a bump out of this would be Elizabeth Warren. And it's getting a little late because the caucus is Saturday. Today's Thursday. I haven't seen any polls today. I actually forgot to check when I walked out. But if there is another poll, look at these two shady guys. You trust them to, We're two scumbag lawyers. Give us your fucking money and we'll show you what... You end up in fucking jail if we represent you. That's what they're really saying. Give us your fucking money and maybe we'll help you. You're a criminal. I think they're lawyers. Personal injury lawyers. It's nice to get away from the crowd, man. There's a lot of people on that Vegas Strip, man. I wasn't enjoying that yesterday. I'm good at it. I'll talk to people, find out what's going on in their head. But it drains the shit out of you. Those vegans drain my energy. I feel less of a human. I feel lesser than being around the vegans last night. Watch the last video at the Taco Mania. That was a good crowd. I'm kidding, obviously. Oh, look, a vape joint. A vape joint. Uh-oh, I think it's a marijuana joint. I want to do that story. I'm going to cover it next time maybe another video or two. I might go into one of these vape joints, and they're very interesting people now that marijuana is legal in the state. All right, it's all legal now. What is this place? Ooh, rent a scooter for $10? Maybe I'll do that. I'm getting tired of walking around. I want to find a bicycle. I'm going to rent a bicycle. You don't see anybody on bicycles here. No scooters, no bicycles. Well, anyway. So, Elizabeth Warren, attack dog. She knew she had to go for broke. What's going on, man? What's going on? What's up, Amsterdam? Hamsterdam. Bloomberg versus Trump. I can't... The comments are fading fast. I'm sorry. They're popping up and they're leaving. So, that's all. This is just a rebuttal. Watching it, I think the people in the Bernie crowd... I think we're buffering. Are we back? I saw a rebuffer. Give me a thumbs up if we're back. We're back. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just wandering. I guess you go from one cell connection to the other and walk. We're back. Thank you. So again, it was Bernie's to lose. As long as we're talking about single-payer health care, Medicare for all, as long as we're talking about getting money out of politics, as long as we're talking about Green New Deal, as long as we're talking about decrease the military-industrial complex, as long as we're talking about making college free at city and state universities, that's all Bernie. Anybody who says Bernie never did anything in his life, just look at what we're talking about. He changed the entire discussion in America. If you don't think that matters, he's got an army wherever you go in the United States. You got this army of people that call themselves revolutionists, right? Fighting, not for Bernie, but fighting for a revolution, a tipping point to restore power to the people. You might be doing well in your life, that's possible, where you don't see the need. What the hell is this old man talking about? All right, but again, homelessness, 50%, 60% of the country living in poverty. Don't have $400 for an emergency. All those things. So Bernie Sanders is leading the discussion. How come he didn't get it done while he was in the Senate, Conte? Well, how is he going to get it done if the whole majority of the Senate is against the idea, is against the people? How's he going to do that? He's going to give speeches to an empty room. All right? That's not how you win. You don't win by negotiating with criminal senators in Congress. You win by catering to the people. If Trump has shown us anything, that would be what he showed us. Clearly, right? That's what Trump showed us. You have to go to the people if you want change. So Elizabeth Warren attacked everybody, a little bit of Bernie Sanders too, but I think she ended Amy Klobuchar's momentum. She destroyed Bloomberg on that stop and frisk thing and the women harassment shit. She really pushed. She really pushed away. So maybe we'll expect a bump with Elizabeth Warren. And Bernie Sanders, again, still heavy favorite. So I know the whole thing's rigged. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but we'll see. It does matter because if Bloomberg falls like a rock, it proves one thing, that you can't buy the election. Right? But again, the DNC holds the power. In Nevada, are they going to create hell? Are they going to create havoc on Saturday? When people go to the caucus, they can't count the numbers. They've already had the early vote now for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. You can't calculate numbers? You can't do basic math? Right? That's kind of simple, man. It's rather simple math. Right? They're going to shadow ban all of us? That's depressing, man. It blew my mojo this morning. I had this big old, hotel computer, and I brought my name up, and you don't even see it. I got videos that I made 7 years ago about meditating. Right? None of this shit. It's so discouraging, right? That's just a discouraging fact. So I'm going to sit down on this rock for a little bit. So, how's everybody doing? So today is Thursday. There's not much going on. A lot of trolls. What are you talking about? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Imagine believing that the government is actually concerned of your best interest. Yeah, imagine. The establishment is pushing hard on the Bernie bro. Yeah, all right, Bernie bro, yeah. Let's talk about that. That's a totally fictitious nonsense. That's Bloomberg regurgitating something that doesn't exist. Don't mistake. So you could walk in, I'll give you an example. You could walk into the Bernie crowd last night, and those people are righteous, and they are self-assured, right? But don't misunderstand clickiness as support. It's very strong support, and they're not going to be moved. They're solid, right? And the notion to call them violent is ridiculous because there's nothing. There's a couple of, I know the Project Veritas did a little bit on that, trying to say that those 2 or 3 idiots that were in the campaign are a reflection of everybody else. It's simply not true. Bernie Sanders said it last night. 99.9% of the people involved are decent Americans, hardworking people. So the Bernie bro narrative is false. It's not a coalition of white men at all. It's union people, it's women, it's Latinos, it's blacks, it's Asians, it's everybody. Right? That's what it's all about. So Bernie bro narrative, okay, we'll have to live with it. So what's going on, man? What should I do today? What's happening in Las Vegas that I'm not seeing for anybody in the area? What's going on, man? Go flight mode when you're in stream? Why so? If it's in flight mode, then it doesn't see the Wi-Fi. Bernie Sanders has the most diverse coalition of any candidate. Yeah, he does. There's no doubt about it. Right? He's the everybody candidate. Right? I agree. It's almost like there's nothing more to say about it. It's, he's winning. All media is being increasingly shut down, marginalized. Big tech giants are feverishly rigging the discourse. Yep. Peter Caucus tail, hopping down the money trail. Yeah. Total opposite of the false narrative. Yeah, exactly. The Bernie bro thing. It's the opposite. It's just even you notice, how you could tell, when the vegan lady, the vegan titty bomb, when they titty bombed Bernie on the stage in Nevada. Remember that? Woman jumped up talking about cow milk and all that shit. Are you invisible? You're not invisible. I can't always see the comments, so if you put up a comment, I don't see it. It's not because I'm ignoring you. You are a chicken. I'm not a chicken. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so the woman, right, titty bombs Bernie, and you notice that everybody was still smiling. They didn't get angry. They're like, you have a right to speak, but not right now. So, I'm trying to read as fast as I can. Billionaires versus millionaires. Millionaires versus you and me. Simple, yeah. But Bernie Sanders is not the typical millionaire. He made a couple of dollars selling a bestseller book. What do you want him to do? Give the money back? He's still out there busting his ass, doing 5 rallies a day. Yeah, he wrote a best-selling book. Right? He owns 3 houses. Yeah, he owns one in Vermont where he lives. He owns one in D.C. where he is most of the time. And he's got a summer residence in Connecticut. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I didn't call you. Oh, you didn't call me a chicken. Chicken Beck. Gotcha, mate. Gotcha. I'm no chicken. So, what else, man? What else is going on? I'll read your comments. Tell me what to say. Beak. I wanted him to put his money where his mouth is. He didn't need a millionaire. I just disagree with that. I think that's a frivolous argument. That Bruce Springsteen said it. I remember the example of Bruce Springsteen. He was constantly confronted with that notion that how could you be in touch with regular people? How could you possibly be in touch with regular people if you have all this wealth and fame and success? Right? And Bruce just said it doesn't affect the work. It doesn't affect the general message of what I'm talking about. That guy's got a bicycle. It just seems like a good way to get around. I wish I had a bike. Right? So, Bernie Sanders is kind of doing the Bruce Springsteen route. What else? The DNC will throw him under the bus again. Okay. Fliara from Congo, blah, 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 blah. I missed it. Sorry. I missed it. Yeah, the DNC, you could talk about that all day long. We know that. If Bernie Sanders gets a plurality of the vote and he doesn't get the 50%, the child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. Damn fucking right, Jessley. Damn straight, man. If you ignore the children in the village, they will burn it down to feel its warmth. That is so accurate. And I know you didn't make that up because I read it somewhere else. That's very poignant as to what is happening right now. These people are not fucking around. That's why they come off as arrogant. Spare the rod and spoil the child. I don't think it's spoiled child. I think it's people are tired of crumbs. Yeah, I did say it. Oh, there you go. I did say it. I didn't say it. I didn't make it up. I read it from somewhere, but it's a great quote. We should find out who came up with that. But I think it might have been Orwell. It might have been George Orwell who said it. I was fooled by these cactuses for the longest time. I kept passing them. I was like, wow, it's such perfect cactus. And they're fucking metal. What kind of shit is that, man? What kind of shit is that? No sound? No sound, 2, 3, 4? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I know, it's ridiculous, man. I'm pissed off. Okay. It's not me, it's you with the no sound. We'll get this live stream shit down. I'm just going on the basic, basic stuff here. Basic connection. It's okay. They conserve water there. Oh, is that what this is? It's a water conservatory? All right. I don't know. I don't know what anything is anymore. You can see the strip right here. Las Vegas Strip, the Las Vegas Freeway. I lived here when I was 7 years old for a little bit. I don't remember anything. I don't even remember my address. I asked my mother, I said, hey, where did we live? Did you remember the address? Did you ever write it down? And she don't know. I mean, we lived here for 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years. And she doesn't know where the hell we lived. It's pretty wild, man. I do remember the desert as a child. I didn't grow up in Brooklyn. I grew up in Staten Island. I lived in Brooklyn until I was about 10 years old. And my grandparents bought a house in Staten Island where then my mother followed with her 2 kids, myself and my brother. And then we lived in, I lived in Staten Island until I was about 18, 19 years old, and then went to college. I went to Syracuse. I lived there for 3 years. And when I came back, I lived in Staten Island for a brief time, and then I moved to Manhattan. Where I lived in the East Village, I lived in Soho, I lived in Chinatown, I lived in Washington Heights. I lived all over Manhattan for years. Mostly, with a downtown focus. And I kind of like that, I like that idea. Manhattan was fun, and now I live in Brooklyn again, so I circled back. I'm not originally from Brooklyn, other than growing up there as a 10-year-old, which I don't even remember, really. So, but, in that 1 year of 2 years living in Las Vegas, my mother, I remember it. She worked at the Circus. Yeah, New York, I got priced out of New York City. I was trading in 08, 09, got crunched. Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Toronto. Yeah, I've mostly been New York. New York guy. I've traveled. I at one point I wanted to move to Bangkok. I was very, very close. I speak Thai. I did at the time. I studied it for a long time. It took a long time before Thai sounded like words, before the language started to sound like words. And I wanted to go there because, I don't know, just nicer weather. It was just, cheaper. Small house for 2 max. Okay. I moved in 73. It was too expensive, even in the early 70s. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of lady boys. That's a phenomenon in Bangkok. The men are very feminine looking, and there's the lady boys. You got to really be careful. When you see them, they'll they don't try to trick you though, but it's hard to tell. You got to you got to say to yourself this: if you have to think, if there's a question mark in your head, is that a man or a woman? Then that's enough. Right? That's enough right there. You just that's evidence enough. Right? So, what else is going on? What else is going on? I got nothing right now. I'm tired. I'm sleepless. I'm sleepless. So I'm gonna take a walk. I wanna go to the desert too, man. Might get a car and go up to the desert. Spend the day in the hugging a cactus or some shit like that. There's 40 minutes of your life you can never get back. You came here to find out about the election, and you heard a lot of bullshit. And that's just the way life is, man. Right? Sometimes you think you're coming to the open buffet, and you just, get a dune buggy. Yeah. I'll settle for a mountain bike. A tarantula and a Geico or something for home. Yeah, I'll try to catch one. This weather's crazy. Now it's like an hour later and it's already getting warm out. You can feel it. You can feel the heat. It's like you get tricked into keeping your coat on. So the temperature when I started this was 41 degrees. Now it's probably like in an hour. Once the sun comes fully up, it's like 55, creeping up to 60 very quickly. Like it's unbelievable. Like right now I'm wearing a heavy, two heavy garments and I'm already sweating my ass off. So I'm gonna have to take that shit off soon. And then it'll go up to like 65. It'll try 70 degrees. You don't need a coat. You walk around as long as you stay in the sun. And then at night it's 41 degrees. It's cool. Very, Death Valley, California. I don't know. I mean, I would imagine all deserts are like that there. But this place in the summertime, just being outside as long as I've been out right now is virtually impossible. It's 106 degrees in this place. It's like an oven. What's up, all-seeing donut? What's up? What's up? What's up? We're just chilling like Bob Dylan today, man. Just chilling. The big day is tomorrow. Tomorrow we go to the Trump rally at 12. I'll do some line surfing. I'll surf the crowd, maybe from 9 a.m. to like 12. I'll go into the rally if it's not too crowded and not too complicated to get inside. I'll go in. I've been to Trump rallies. I think to me I don't want to see him lie. He's just so full of shit. But it's all about the people, right? You ask them, what's your favorite Trump? What's your favorite Trump policy? I don't know. Fucking, what are you talking about? I don't know. They don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Nah, I don't get beat up, man. I'm a New Yorker. The people have a sense about me. Even like the scragglers on the street. The object is talk to them first. If you think they're going to approach you and talk to them first. Say, when they say something, say, hey, how you doing, man? How are you? Can I ask you a question? I got to ask you a question. You mind if I ask you a question about something? I want to ask you, what day is it? What the fuck is going on, man? Who are you and who am I? You just confuse them. When you confront them, they catch them off guard. You throw off their game. Because they're trying to run a game on you, and you're running the game before they start the game. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you say, as long as you're assertive. You face them. Face off against your potential enemy on the street. And then people will leave you alone. On the other hand, if somebody wants to take out a gun and shoot you, it's not going to stop anybody, right? That's just the luck of the draw, right? Are these trees fake too, you motherfuckers? All the trees in Las Vegas are fake. What are these, fake coconuts? God damn it. Is this a fake coconut tree? That's a real tree. Well, what about this one? Is this fake too, you fuck? I feel like that's a real tree. I feel like I've been had with the tree, man. With those metal cactuses and shit. Alright, so I'm going to kill it here, man. So I'll be back later on today. They import them. Yeah, they're real. They are real. 1,300 on the roulette wheel. I have not even put a cent in one of those machines. I like blackjack. I don't want to sit down and. I'm really not a gambler. I'm not in the mood to gamble. I'm really here on a different trip. I really want to know. I really want to know if we have a democracy left. That's really what I want to know. That is the story. We have a clear front runner in this country. We have a clear front runner in the Democratic Party that could easily beat Trump. We have a front runner that could easily beat Trump if the cheating would just stop. An hour north? Tell me about it. What's an hour north? Lake Mead? Everything is fake in Vegas. Even the real vegetation has been bought in. Yeah, right, because it's a desert, right? I'm telling you, to come here in the summertime It's a big. Thank you, Natural Progressive. Thank you. The coverage. I really. It was unexpected last night. That vegan joint. I caught that at the last minute, and you had the other alt media was there. You had the Status Quo guy. The girl was there, covering it. But yeah, Vegas. This place is unbearable in the summer. It's just. I remember that as a kid. You would go like this, and your hand would burn. It's 106 degrees. Water at hotels is recycled. I don't know about that. That would be a tremendous foul, recycling water. Yeah. All right, man. All right. I mean, okay. If the water's recycled, I believe you. All right. So I'm gonna kill it here, man. I'll keep our fingers crossed that the election on Saturday. Tomorrow, I'll pop in again today. I'll probably go over to the Strip and see it one more time. And I don't know. Whatever happens. And then tomorrow, for sure, early, we'll start off with the Trump rally. Then we'll work our way into the Bernie rally, see the comparison. And then Saturday is the big day, the election day. Not sure where I'll be on election day. I will almost certainly be at the victory speech, wherever Bernie picks the place, the victory speech. I'm sure it's already picked out. We'll go there and we'll hear Bernie accept the victory. Now again, he's 19 points out ahead. Are they going to let him win by 19 points? They might hold it up. You heard Tom Perez, right? Tom Perez is they're gonna hold up the. They can't let Bernie run. They can't let him win. They can't let it happen, man. He blew out Iowa. He blew them in New Hampshire. Now he's crushing them in Nevada, South Carolina. He's gonna win all four. Right? So they got to stop him, right? Going into Super Tuesday, he's gonna win California. He's gonna win Texas, North Carolina, Virginia. He's probably gonna win Massachusetts, Maine, Vermont. It's a fucking sweep. It's a sweep, Marcus Conte reporting. Peace out.